Hi everybody, today is Tuesday, October 18, 2022, and I'm finishing the day at $5,362. This is actually the second half of the video. I'm putting the second half in front of the first half because in the first half, I finished the day around $4,200-ish, and I recorded the whole video, and then I stopped recording, and I looked at the chart, and I saw an opportunity. So I just saw this huge plummet, and then it kind of flattened out, so I went for a long. 9 contracts, made another $1,100. So I'm finishing at 5,362. So I'm going to put this little piece first, and now I'm going to put the second half after this little clip. So you're going to be wondering, why am I talking about, $4,200 when I finished at 5.3? This is why. I thought I would just take one more trade before I call it a day, and it's always nice to finish above 5K. On to the first half of the clip. Hey everybody, today is Tuesday, October 18, 2022, and I'm finishing the day at $4,162. It would have been more, but I made some stupid mistakes. But you got to factor in your own, your own stupidity and your own mistakes. It's not like you get to call your broker afterwards and say, hey, please discount my mistakes. They're all part of the game, right? Okay, so if we look at the chart here, on today's chart at 2 minutes, it actually went up yesterday and pre-market. So after the bell, it was a drop. And if we just played the 2-minute chart, which is what I did initially with my own money, then I was done. I paper traded for this social media experiment where I'm going to track my trades for 5 days. And we just see these beautiful, beautiful drops. Big, bing, bing. My big mistake was here at around 11:26. I went long and got stubborn about it, and it went dipped below before recovering, and I got out for $1,000 loss. And then I had a few other mistakes, of course, but that was my biggest mistake. In terms of risk management, I never should have, taken that big of a negative trade. Should have jumped out. I had no reason to go long. It was all red. Everything was red. I mean, just dripping red. So why am I going long? Just anyway. Stupid is always stupid, right? There's no there's no wisdom enfolded within stupid. Here we see a really nice M pattern, right, off of the 5-minute 50 EMA here. So this is the red is the 50 EMA at 1 minute. This is the orange is the 50 EMA at 2 minute. I always make it thicker on that particular chart. This is the 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart, where we see it bounce off here, one shot up, and now we're seeing a bit of a bounce here. Whether it holds or not, I don't know. I'm not trading anymore, so I'm not really tracking it. But beautiful day for short selling, right? Whoosh. And again, if you look, it just plummets down and then kind of staircases up, right? Typical, very classical. If we look at the cues for the day, if I place the cues here in the 2-minute chart, 100% at the top, 75% at the first major hump, right, which is kind of here, where it bounced here and here, and we do see some things. It came down to this major cue where it popped up, couldn't recapture that major cue again, fell down below, and we see here a pause, pause, and pause, went down to the minor, back up. We do see some pausing here at this major cue where it just broke through again. Again, a little bit of pausing here, broke through, and it smacked it here. When it smacked it here, that was my logic for going long. But of course, the market, I'm a jackrabbit, I was too early, but the market did eventually turn around. So yesterday, I played 133 tick so that I can make these flags stand out more to show trades. And I hadn't played 133 tick in well over a year. And today I played it at 512 tick. Again, haven't played 512 tick in probably over a year. So I'm doing this social public thing on tick frames that I haven't played in over a year. Ideally I probably should have taken a week and readjusted and recalibrated my brain. But anyway, I way over traded today. So I don't know how much value there is in going over all these trades. After a while, they become a bit of a blur, but I'll do my best. So the market is going down. So once it broke below cloud here, I shorted, covered here for $825. Always a very nice way to start the day. Then I'm sort of seeing it start to get some second wind here. So I took some small longs, again, short lease trades because I'm against the cloud. A little pop, 75, another little pop, 375, another little pop, 112, which is nice. You think, well, that's 450, 650 bucks, being contrarian. But the truth is, it's actually bad juju. You should just, I need to learn to not go for these little pops and just stick with the cloud. Because if I just stuck with the cloud, I would have made a lot more than 600 whatever dollars. And how do you stick with the cloud? Every time it pops back out, that's when you go short. Here's a beautiful, fat M. Anywho, I did what I did. That's the way that it is. Okay. So here I went long, and this is a good example. I went long here when it popped above the 50, but the market went way back down again because, again, the tide is going down. I had to sit in my hands and wait until market finally popped up. And I did grab 412 bucks on the effort, but again, dumb. I'm playing for peanuts when I could be playing for a barrel full of monkeys or whatever the term is. But anyway, it is what it is. It's what I did, and I got to live with it. So now I got a green cloud, and so now it popped up again. So I'm going long, and I got out a little bit too quick, but 375 locked that in. So overall it's sinking. So I did go short again and covered for 300 bucks. So this is important. After about a half hour of trading, I'm up almost $2,500. It took me like another hour and a half to come back to this number of many trades. So here, as I'm saying, my absolute favorite setup is the Fat M. And within the Fat M or the Fat W is the one where there's a retest, because I call that a Santa candle. It's the result of a retest. It says, look, we're breaking this trend line. We did a retest. It's a thumbs up for continuation. So that means stick with it longer because it's going to go longer, usually. So I did short. I got out too quick. I could have gotten out way down here. So that's why I put that in pink to remind myself that, this is a beautiful setup, and why was I so jumpy to get out? It sank quite a bit, took some longs, and when it kissed the 50 EMA here at the 512 tick, I got out. That was a $562 profit. Again, it broke the trend, and it went way further, right? That would have been a great entry right here. Didn't do that. Yeah. So what did I do? When it showed some life here, I went long, just 3 contracts. Got out here at the kiss, 150 bucks. Again, another beautiful money line here. You go long, it pops back out of the cloud, it breaks the money line, the trend line there. And, I missed all that. It's my lack of faith in continuation. I'm always expecting a bounce, and I need to stop having, expecting to bounce, but have faith in continuation or whatever. I have my learning opportunities too, and my growth as a trader continues. So here it looks like it's showing some life after this long drop. So I took some longs, long. I'm averaging down here, which is not good. So it popped up. I just got out 150 bucks just to lock that in. Popped above the 50 EMA again. So I'm seeing this consolidation here. So it popped over. So I went long, but I was wrong. So when it just dropped below, I got out for a little $112 loss, which is great risk management. But this is where things go bad. I'm thinking it's flattened out, right? And it's double bottom, and we're going to go long. So I had to bias, and I was stubborn about my bias, which is horrible. I mean, it dropped and dropped and dropped. I was at just over $3,000 by then. Let's go back a little bit. Yeah, so after 40 minutes of trading, I'm at $3,200, right here. Very next trade. No, actually, I'm at, okay, so another 150. That's 3,400. I'm at 3,550. Lost 112. I'm at $3,500. And I go negative. I mean, I was negative a lot. Which is the bad thing with paper. You tolerate negative trades too much too. Anyway, no one to blame but myself. Some pop-ups here. I'm trying to figure out if I should just lock in a small loss. It went down even further. Eventually, we go back to a green cloud, and up we go. And I got out here for $1,000 red trade, which was nice in a way. It did drop further, and quite frankly, it could have kept dropping, but it didn't. It actually did catch its wind and go up. So I could have eliminated that $1,000 red trade if I'd been more patient. Again, woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? Pops above the green again. I go long. I lock it in, $300. I short here. It's flattening out. So I went short, and it just, a wick just went down. So I just locked in $160. I remember now what that was. Again, being contrarian, I'm against the cloud. Bad juju. Don't even remember what this is. Oh, I took a small teeny weeny thing. I thought it would just sink like a rock. It didn't. I just locked in $25. And now I'm shorting, and I'm not sure why this says negative 900. Oh, it's negative 900 over here, over there. It fell below the 50 EMA, so I shorted. It pops up above. I average down, which I do tend to do. Again, bad juju. Good phrase. It finally does come down. It just kisses the 50, so I got out for $900 loss. Again, I'm jackrabbit. I shorted here, and it did in fact go down further. So again, if I'd been more patient, I would not have had that nasty red trade, but whatever. Goes down below the 50, retest, result of the retest, Santa candle, right? So I shorted again, so I locked in 262. Here I go long. I went long 3 trades at a time, 3 contracts at a time, 3 times. So the system just puts us at 9. But it did pop up. When it did pop up, I just locked in $112. Now we're seeing a bit of a green cloud. So I'm right above doji on the 50, goes up above, right? So I go long, pops up, I lock in $400. And here I go short against the cloud. Went doji. I thought it would pull back a little further. It didn't. So now I'm averaging down. And so finally, I did get out for $100 here when it fell down below. Again, too early. It fell down quite a bit more. Jackrabbit. There's a phone call here, so I missed a bunch. We've fallen quite a bit. The tickers, the candles are flattening out. I start to go long. I got out at the kiss, made $900. Very nice trade. Again, long on a red cloud, but okay, ignore that. And ignore the fact that this is really, this is the best practice. Right there. Broke it, up she went. Now we're going sideways. Broke it, go long. Let's see what we got here. Oh, by now I'm getting very annoyed and I'm getting tired. The caffeine's wearing off. So I had a small scalp, $37. I don't really remember where that was. I think I was going along here. I simply got out there. And blah, I forget what I was doing here. So I just wrote blah. And I think what it was is I was hoping to make 4,000 for the day as my profit goal. I was at $3,937. I needed $75 more just to make my goal. And I had a nasty red trade. That's what happened. Green cloud. So I went long here and I got out there and I don't remember what I made there. Again, a little bit too early. Here I'm shorting because I'm seeing the market start to sputter. So I simply got out here on the kiss for 225. Here I shorted on the second drop below the 50 and I just got out for a small amount. I don't even remember what it was. Again, I got out too early. Here it popped up above the 50. I went long, made $400. So that was nice. I'm trying to claw my way back up to that 4K thing and not lose too much. So here I shorted, I got out quick for 37 because it wasn't dropping as hard as I would have liked. And then finally, I think I went long here, got out there for $50. It dropped below again after a couple of efforts to rally. So I went short, made my goal and called it a day. That was it. I don't want to do any more. And if we just go a little bit further here, that would have been a very nice short there. This would have been a really nice short there. And then just blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, it dropped a lot. I guess the market's, oh wow, it did fall a lot. Okay. So see, I'm here fussing with Camtasia and I'm missing all these big, beautiful moves. That's my day for today. 2-day total is 8,300, 400-ish, whatever. Hope you're having a great day. Woohoo!